Hi, my name is John Mark Outerslice, and I'm a part of the team here at CityLink Center. Typically, we all get together in order to enjoy this evening, but given the current situation, we want to still continue to come together as a community, even though we can't be physically together, and share a night of inspiration for this event that we call Moving Pictures. CityLink Center is an organization that launched in 2013 to bring hope to our community and our families. In times like this, we need that more than ever. Our community is facing challenges which will disproportionately affect those who are on the margins, and we know that for our center, we've been serving those individuals for the last 7 years. We wanted to share a little bit more about what CityLink Center is, so we invite you to watch this quick 2-minute video that explains who it is we are and what it is that we do.
Today, more than 1 out of every 3 Cincinnatians live in poverty. That's nearly twice the national average. There are many great service providers working hard to make an impact, but getting help can be confusing and complicated. Services are spread all over town, have different qualification criteria, and typically focus on only one area of your life. Since our lives are interrelated, trying to move just one piece can be ineffective or even impossible. The belief of a better way and the call to serve our neighbors inspired a new approach, the CityLink Center. CityLink co-locates services, gathering everything in one building. When clients enter, they team up with a service coordinator who get to know the client's story, their goals, and then helps connect them with the right resources at the right time. Clients progress from one service to the next to achieve their goals, leveraging additional services to remove barriers as needed. CityLink collaborates with partners to combine multiple services into programs, which address various aspects of clients' lives in one seamless experience. CityLink recruits, trains, and deploys volunteers throughout the center to amplify the impact of services. Vocational training partners at CityLink enable clients to obtain industry certifications, preparing them for careers and a clear path to living wage jobs. The model is highly scalable, resulting in more clients making more gains and sustaining those gains over time. We appreciate that life is complex, and by working holistically, we can see individuals reach their full potential. We are working together to transform lives and our community. Join us at CityLink Center.
So that was a lot of information, but the important part is that CityLink brings together our community of partners, volunteers, and our service coordinators in a proven approach to help our clients take new steps in their lives for themselves and for their families. And so last year, due to your generosity and the generosity of our community, we were able to serve over 1,200 clients. And tonight we have the extreme privilege of introducing you to 4 of those clients so that you can share a little bit of their journey and their story. So now is the time for you to grab your popcorn, sit back and relax, and be inspired by their stories.
At the age of 4 or 5, my father was gone. It was me, my mom, my brother, and 2 sisters. Growing up where I grew up at, it was pretty bad. I got kicked out of the first couple schools I was in. I was like that. I felt like that kid that was alone. Nobody understood me. Once I got into my junior year, that's when my grandfather became sick. He ended up passing in my senior year, and I really let all that take a toll on me. I just let it consume me. I started having health problems, and I would lose my jobs because of that. I would work at my sister's salon. I asked the lady that works at the salon about getting back on my feet. She asked me if I ever heard of CityLink. And I said, City what? And I said, no. And she said, well, I have a brochure in my car. Go get it, make the phone call. So that's exactly what I did that day. And the next week, I was at CityLink. My first day of walking into CityLink was like nothing I've ever seen before. I have never seen so many smiling faces in one place like that. It was so welcoming and so weird at the same time. After we went through the information session, I found out about the Cornerstone construction training. It came at a perfect time. So once I got with my coordinator, she told me about the requirements I had to have in order to go through the training, and the journey began.
When clients like Rico are interested in the Cornerstone Construction Training Program, I talk to them about what that will look like. So it's a 4-week training program. They cover the NCCER curriculum and also do everything they need to be OSHA 10 certified. And then upon graduation, we connect them with employment in the construction field. If transportation is a barrier, we also work with them to meet that need through the Changing Gears Bridge program.
With the construction class lasting for 4 weeks, and we saw the criteria in which we had to learn, I was saying, how is all this possible? At the same time, it was very exciting. So I'd be up late nights trying to study because I knew how serious this was. Mr. Dale, who taught us a whole lot about construction, he walked up to me. He said to me, there's something that I see in you, and I believe that you can be a leader one day. I said, hey, he sees this in me, I need to see it in myself. So it lit a fire up under me. That 4th week, the last week, everybody was employed already. I had chose A&A Wall Systems. The graduation day, my boss now, who owns the company now, he was there. You're not used to seeing owners show up to things like that or whatever. So I was like, you know what, that's a powerful statement. I mean, a job, graduating from something that I worked so hard for, and to have a vehicle all in 1 week. I mean, come on. I mean, where do you hear that from?
The Changing Gears Bridge program provides clients who graduate from any of our industry track training programs with private transportation. What it looks like for those clients is Changing Gears will lease them out a car for 9 months so that they can get to and from work. During that time, they work with smart money to continue to budget their money, save their money, and so that at the end of those 9 months, they can either purchase the car that they've been leasing out or purchase their own private transportation elsewhere.
At A&A Wall Systems, after you learn so many things, you get stars. When you get a certain amount of stars, you get on that ballot to become a red hat. That's where you have leadership. You're able to go on sites and run a job. Hearing this red hat thing, it was scary at first because of my vision I had. As a young kid, there was a dream that I would have. There were plans in front of me, stuff being, construction going on behind me, and I'm pointing here and I'm doing this with a red hat on. For it to come back around, we're talking 20-something years later, and to actually be put in a position to receive that, I'm going for it. I've actually received my first star. It was like, hey, this is my actual journey now to becoming a red hat. It is so hard for people to figure out what their purpose is in life. Most of us just go day to day doing what we gotta do to make $1 or whatever. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I thank God every day. I just feel that I owe everything that's coming to me to this place. If it wasn't for CityLink, I have no idea where I would be right now.
I think my childhood was kind of stolen from me at a young age. I mean, unfortunately, but that's the truth. And my mom struggled with addiction and whatnot, so she wasn't always there. Grew up without a father figure. I had a lot of siblings that I had to, man up and guide, and I was just a kid trying to figure things out as well. And then I went through some emotional distress to where I didn't know how to properly cope because I was never taught how to cope with those kind of problems. And next thing you know, I'm addicted to opiates. It kind of took control of my life for a good 5-10 years. I started to just violate all my morals for the things that I felt were more important. And then God put me in prison. I believe that. I wasn't arrested. I think I was rescued. And that's when God gave me a chance to just sit back and to get away from all the problems, everything I didn't understand. Well, my parole officer actually had said something about CityLink, and then I had a friend, a role model. He goes to Crossroads. He would show up and take us all to church, and he was like, "Man, you should check out CityLink." My first impression of CityLink it was good. I mean, I seen exactly what I needed. And I'm like, man, this is what God does right here. These people have it on display. They made it easy. The people made it easier. So my service coordinator is Monica. I mean, she will do anything for you. Finley Culinary is a 16-week program. You do 4 weeks, basic knife skills and just the basic skills in general. CityLink's kitchen is amazing. You serve safe, and then you go move to the restaurant, and then you go do prep for 4 weeks at Social OTR, which you're an intern there, and you also do serve safe there as well. And you would also kind of put into act your measuring skills, your mise en place, you just kind of learn to work together, take orders from the chef, listen to the expo, read your tickets. So Finley Culinary Training have networks with companies. After I graduated Finley Culinary Training, Chef Anthony came up and approached me, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to go here. I think this is a perfect fit for you." And then he was talking about Fausto. And then I started with the prep. I started doing the basics, just making some vinaigrettes and making some aioli and trussing some chickens. So I've been at Fausto for 8 months, and I'm constantly learning new things. And as it went on, the more responsibility came on to me. And I'm trying to read cookbooks, and I'm questioning chefs, and I'm, oh, you want me to pick up this shift for free? Yeah, because I can learn something. At CityLink, I also utilized a few other programs, optical. I had got some glasses, and then I went to the dental. I mean, obviously it's free, and dental's cost a lot of money. They did Red Bike. Red Bike came in, and you got to pass for that for a year, which is super tight. Still use that. Michelle Abernathy is amazing. The financial counselor at CityLink. Every time I see her, it's just she just lightens the load.
I've been doing financial education for the past 20 years, and I still love it like it was when I first started. Smart Money Financial Education provides basic financial information for CityLink clients. Most clients coming in have very little information about their finances. So what our goal is at Smart Money Financial Education is to help the clients create a budget, learn how to save, build assets, repair credit, so that they can create a sound financial future for their family.
With Smart Money, you have to, it's teaching you to budget, and you have a goal. Say you want a car for $2,000, but you don't have nothing saved up. She just basically breaks it down, says, hey, you need to save this much money. Once you reach your goal, then you can get your car. So and it's all these things they're kind of just waiting for you to get where you're at.
Smart Money Financial Education is the pathway to purchasing a vehicle through our partner, Changing Gears.
We had to donate some time, help clean out some cars for maybe the next client. I have some basic how to change a tire or how to change your oil.
So we are helping our clients understand the basic fundamentals of purchasing a vehicle, maintaining that vehicle to use to build a better future for themselves and their family.
I've had my car for 5 months. It just makes things so much easier. I can literally go do whatever I want to do. I can go out and take my grandma shopping. Since I've started with CityLink, and I think it's been about a year, I have accomplished many goals. I'm just grateful for the barriers that CityLink has helped me overcome in my last year since I've been here. And I'm looking forward to the future.
Growing up, I lived in a lot of different projects, bounced around a lot, went to probably 5 elementary schools in 6 years. I mean, when you're that young, you don't really know that you're poor, or you don't really know that everything's not all right. You know that you don't need that much when you're young. You know, it ain't until you get grown when you start needing and wanting everything and noticing everything. But I think I got to a fight and messed it up in the senior year, so I didn't get to graduate. And then that summer, I went to prison. I was in prison for 17 years, and if you ask me, there's no getting used to that type of living. For me to go to jail so young, it was frightening, it was shocking, it was different. You wake up the next day, and for the first 30 seconds, you don't know where you are, how you got this lot of confusion, but you learn to deal with it. You learn to survive and keep going. Who can do 17 years? There's no light at the end of the tunnel. Can you think that far ahead? Who's gonna serve 17 years and make it? I did it. And that may be the most important lesson I learned, that you can do more than you think you can do. And there's a lot of dangers between here and there. Mental, spiritual, physical. Throughout my whole life, I've always had the very same support system. That's my mother. She began to send me literature, reading materials, to kind of keep me occupied. One day I just started cracking them books and learned that I had a love for literature and started studying people before me, men I consider greater than myself, stronger than myself. Once you get within like a certain time frame, the institutions will sign you up for what they call re-entry programs. There was a guy, he came in and he told me about CEO. Didn't sound that appealing, $40 a day, side of the highway, but it was worth doing. CEO helped prepare me with resumes. They prepared you with interview skills. They connected you with people that they knew were hiring, so more jobs were to come. And with CityLink, I learned very soon, had a wealth of resources. You could find just about anything you needed right here in this one building. And that to me was convenient and real cool. When I met Monica and they introduced her to me as my service coordinator, she pretty much put the world on my feet. Anything I want, anything I need, she makes sure I got it. I moved into my first apartment. She gave me a referral to a place called New Life Furniture Bank, where they bought me furniture, couches, dressers. A few months later, she called me and asked me if I would be interested in working for New Life Furniture Bank. And that's what I mean by how cool people have been. Things come across her desk that may be helpful to me. She called me up. And when I got hired, I was making more money. I was working all year round. It actually is more fulfilling now be part of the team that's helping others the same way I was helped. My service coordinator, Monica, she's enrolled me into this construction program. Me going into this construction program is really all about making more money. You know, the more I can make, the more I can save. You know, the smarter I can be with what I do have. So I also learned about smart money, and that's where I was introduced to Michelle, who's been very helpful in teaching me about budgets and finance rates and loans and hoping to buy a house through Habitat for Humanity. That'd be cool.
Why do you want to be a homeowner? Why is that?
Cause it be raining outside, and then like if you outside when it rains, you get wet, and then like I don't like to sleep out there, so I need a home so I can put all my stuff. I mean, who don't want to own a house? You know, you got neighbors. You know what I'm saying? When I have some kids, I don't have any kids. You know, just a place where you know, like, with this your house, like you want to own it. It's been about 2 years since I first engaged the people at CityLink. When you meet people that'll do things for you just because they want to, you know, it means a lot more than people that's doing things for you because they have to. It means a lot more. So you want to kind of make sure that they know, you know, you're thankful.
I am originally from Cleveland. I went to Wittenberg University in Springfield, Ohio. I lost both of my parents while I was in college, so I let that computer science major go. I kept my Spanish major, and money did not work out. I ended up not having a place to stay. Me and my son even spent a night in my car, and then in the midst of a period of unemployment, my therapist told me about a program called Perscolas. She told me it was this free program, you get this IT training, they pay for your certifications. I didn't believe her, but I called down to CityLink and I get the information and I came to a information session. I was excited about starting Perscolas because when I was younger, computers was something that I was very interested in. Once I actually started the course, it was a little intimidating. It is a 10-week course. So you're there from every day, from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, and it's constant instruction the whole time. But CityLink has an amazing support system set up. So I mean, you got people praying for you. You have service coordinators that are able to talk to you and talk you off the ledge when you're ready to quit, because I was ready to quit. CompTIA has kind of a trifecta with their entry-level certifications. You have an A+ for IT support, you have Network Plus for networking, and then you have Security Plus. And Perscolas was willing to pay for all three. So I was like, they're free, and I'm going to get them, all three of them. And it was not easy, working full-time with a kid, but still having the wherewithal to be able to study for another certification. But I did it because failure was not an option. I am now studying for my CISSP, which is the gold standard of certifications in cybersecurity. Perscolas actually has a business liaison on staff. So he was able to give us connections with different employers. The business liaison reaches out to me and he says, we have a board member who needs an intern. Do you want me to submit your resume? And I was like, are you kidding me? Yes. And I didn't think I would get the job. I got this job with Ohio National Financial Services. And that board member to this day is my mentor, and he is an absolute godsend. He had other VPs in the company give me mock interviews, so I was ready to interview with anybody by the time I was done with that internship. And then when I interviewed with the job that I'm at now, Cadre Security, one of the people in the interview sat on a board with him. Everything from the time I have graduated from Perscolas, everything has lined up to get me right here. Before Perscolas, I was making $19 an hour, which is roughly $38,000 a year. Today I'm making $75,000 a year. It is amazing. In an entry-level role. Because this is so new to me, I still work with CityLink with smart money because I want to make sure I don't mess this up. I've never been able to save money because I've never had enough money to save. Everything you need is in this one agency, and that includes the volunteers. Listen. To be able to come in every morning and have somebody just as pleased as can be to smile at you and just to tell you to have a good day, just as they're getting your name tag, it means a lot. It is nice to be able to go home with a nice paycheck. But for y'all to be able to go home and know that you helped do this. We're not islands. We don't do any of this by ourselves. And the fact that there is a group of people that is always there to smile and to give you hugs and encouragement is so important. That's the reason that I always tell her whenever something good happens, I'm like, let me tell them, so that they know that the work that y'all do here is so amazing. One of my sorority sisters was like, what is this place? What are they doing? Are you serious? So they're out here changing people's lives holistically? This does not exist anywhere. I just hope y'all know how much good y'all do every single day and the ripple effect that it causes. So you didn't just help me, you didn't just change my life. CityLink and the agencies within it have helped my son and have changed his life and how he looks at the world. So we're moving to Pleasant Ridge. We are leaving the hood. And he told me one day that he didn't think that we would ever move. And when we go in and we go up the steps, every stair, he's like, I love this. I love this. I love this place, Mommy. I love this. And then he said, you did this for you. I did this for you.
Hope and resiliency are alive and thriving all around us. Although the current health and economic crisis we're facing puts thousands more families in jeopardy of poverty, we are called to support our community now more than ever. Together, we can bring both encouragement and life-changing resources into the lives of our neighbors. We invite you to come together with us as we roll up our sleeves and put our faith in action to profoundly transform lives and our community. Join us.
Thank you so much for watching this video until the end, and thank you for listening to our stories. You've heard how this place has provided us with the tools to transform our lives, but there are thousands more just like us waiting for the same opportunity. It is for this reason that I am encouraging and inviting you to click the link below to invest today or make a meaningful pledge. And please consider making a bold pledge. Our goal is to raise $200,000. And you won't just be impacting lives like mine, but also lives like my son, Reuben's. We're trying to break the curse of generational poverty, and I believe that together we can have a generational impact. Thank you so much for your generosity.